Hey, I'm catiewahwah and you're watching The Record Review. So I am back in London and I really wanted to catch up with you guys on some of the records I'm most excited about this month. August is promising to be pretty awesome, so let's get to it. First up, it's a new English band who I think are going to be pretty big. It's Adult Jazz with their album Just Is. Hard to hold that. This Leeds quartet are releasing their debut album this month, and so far I'm really impressed with what I've heard from them. I love their harmonies and pared down vocals. They actually remind me a lot of Bombay Bicycle Club, but they have a bit of a more relaxed energy to them. Next, it's my latest obsession, FKA Twigs, with her debut album aptly titled LP1. Open your heart. FKA Twigs really captures the majestic and fantastic that makes pop music so great. And I think fans of Lady Gaga and Beyonce are going to absolutely love her. There's even a touch of Aaliyah in there. FKA stands for formerly known as, so I do wonder if there's a bit of a nod to Prince going on there. If you're looking for something a bit more soulful this month, you might want to try Experiments in Time from Willis, Earl, Beal. This is Beal's first release since parting ways with his record company. His music is really rich and heavy. It reminds me of that classic blues. It's full of sadness and restlessness, especially in songs like Traveling Eyes. He has a quote that I absolutely love from him in an interview he gave to The Guardian. He said, "I have boundless energy, but sometimes it gets to the point where it curdles like milk." Like, who out there who is involved in any kind of creative industry doesn't completely feel that? And even if you're not in a specifically creative job, that feeling that you have so much energy, but sometimes it just doesn't go anywhere. It just gets all, I don't know. But I really love that quote. Next, John and Jacob with their self-titled debut. By the way that you're looking, I know you want me as well. John and Jacob are from Alabama, and so they are a bit country, but there's also a little bit of indie in there. I guess they're a gateway country group. Think Kings of Leon. And I would definitely recommend checking them out if you are interested in country but sometimes put off by the whole big culture around it. They're quite a good bridge between more mainstream and indie music. I'd recommend listening to Be My Girl, which is on this album, if you're looking to start off with them, and I really hope that the whole album is like that song. Next up, EDM's new star, Porter Robinson, with his debut, Worlds. I feel like Robinson uses a lot more storytelling in his music than other EDM artists. He has a song called Sad Machine, which is really cool. It's like about robots being sad. And I love his more experimental and indie twist on EDM. I know a lot of people are excited about this album within the EDM community, and I'm really interested to see how Robinson's take on EDM could challenge that whole scene. Like, we might see a whole overhaul going on because of him. Now, Miley Cyrus's arch nemesis, Sinead OConnor, also has a new album out this month. It's I'm Not Bossy, I'm the Boss. Oh, take me to church. I've done so many bad things that hurt. It's a pretty fitting title, although the timing of this album now feels a bit too convenient. Do you guys remember those notorious open letters that O'Connor kept writing to Miley Cyrus last year? They were really quite, I don't know, they felt a bit too aggressive to me. And now with this album coming out, it feels like that was all just a publicity campaign to promote herself with this album. In any case, I am excited to see what O'Connor has to say, although I have to admit that from what I've heard so far from the album, songs like Take Me to Church, I'm not that impressed. Next up, hip-hop duo The Underachievers are releasing their debut album, Cellar, Terminus, Exordium. I didn't take Latin, guys. I'm sorry.
Build a metropolis, call it Indigo Providence.
Rappers AK and Issa Gold have been releasing things and been around on the scene for a few years now, and they've been causing a lot of excitement. They're from Flatbush, Brooklyn, so I feel like I have to give a bit of a shout out to New York City, having just left there. They've been waiting a while to release this first album, but I have a feeling that it's going to be worth it. I really love their grittier take on rap, especially in the face of it being co-op adopted at the moment by the mainstream. It's really cool to see a group who are coming up out of like the modern music scene, but at the same time are really reflecting back on hip-hop's roots within the African American community and kind of saying like, yes, hip-hop has evolved a lot since then and there are a lot of cool things going on in hip-hop right now, but a lot of the issues that hip-hop was originally addressing are still going on. If you want to just be wowed, then Metropolis is just effortlessly stylish, and I would absolutely recommend it if you guys want to see if you would like the Underachievers. Next, Sweden's JJ are releasing V.
I've been up all winter for someone like you.
This pop duo are pretty eccentric. They called their first album number 2, their second album number 3, and now their fourth album is called like V or 5. So I don't know where they learned how to count, but it's pretty cool. I like their music. Right now I'm really loving the music scene that's happening in Sweden. You've got people like Tove Lo, Little Dragon, and of course Licky Lee. I think there's something really cool going on right now there, so I cannot wait for JJ's V. That's gonna be... that sounds wrong, doesn't it? JJ's V. Maybe that's why they called it that. Next, New Zealand's Kimbra has her second album, The Golden Echo.
Every day be listening to nice music.
Part Kylie, part Katy Perry. She has been described as the new Prince, and while I'm not sure that she is probably a new pop princess. She's super stylized and she's been making some really great pop tracks that kind of tick all the pop boxes, like 90s music and also Love in High Places. I think she could be really big. She could also not. I'm not sure with her at the moment, so I'm kind of interested to see where that album goes and how big she gets. Finally, Wiz Khalifa's back with his 5th album, Black Hollywood.
Holla, scared of heights, come face your fears. Holla, holla.
Now this is probably one of the most anticipated albums of the year. We've been waiting for this since he released the 28 Grams mixtape, and on August 19th we finally get to hear it. Wiz Khalifa seems to have like gone around to the whole of Hollywood and asked everybody to collaborate. I think Snoop Dogg's in there, and then Miley Cyrus, Juicy J. There's like this whole scene packed into the album, and originally so many people being in the album had me a bit worried, but from what he's released so far, songs like We Dem Boys, it makes me think that this is actually going to be like so much more than just Wiz Khalifa hanging out with his Hollywood friends. So that's what I'm really excited about for August. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you're excited about. Also, do you agree with me? Do you completely disagree? Did I leave anyone out who really should have been in this list? Definitely let me know down below because like that just helps me. I'm still learning about music too, and I feel like I learn so much from the comments. Also, be sure to let me know if you'd like me to review any of these albums. There are some that I'm so excited about that I just like want to already have them in my hands. And if you're not already and you would like to be sure to click the red button and subscribe. I make a lot more videos and they're all free. Plus now I'm back in London, I can film more, so get ready for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! This week I'm going to be reviewing The Bones of What You Believe by Churches.